So, double come from there, double gonna live here. This is a base from the driver's seat, and then there's a driver's seat in there. This will fit pretty much straight onto the old mounts. That lines up, that does, that one does, that one does, when I put it in right spot. And then this one, the hole isn't there in the carpet or mat or whatever, floor, rubber. If I get that somewhat lined up, I'm going to put that so about there somewhere. Poke a hole in the floor. I'll go somewhat large like that. There is the hole with a nice little plastic cover. But these straight through anyway, so it's still going to be rusted. Oh, you know what? She ain't threaded. No. So, 12 by 1.75 tap. Just believe me. Same thread pitch as that. So, see how tough this stuff is. Only a cheap file tap set. See how it goes. Yeah, you can film it snapping. Zoom.
That zoomed in perfectly on that fucking thread then, you put your big
I didn't know you'd zoomed in on it. I'm gonna zoom in on it.
Zoomed in, mate, well, mint as fuck, then you...
A moment of truth. Like a glove. Sweet. So this is a driver's seat, hence why the arm is this side. Buckle used to be this side, so unbolted that from there, same thread both sides, stuck it down here, spin this round. Obviously all your controls this side, but this trim that bit out, notch that, just fit there, like that. Snug. So these, some 10.9s, cut them down, take the engine bolts from Somat. Yeah, stick it up. So that's that in, bolted in. Not too bad. Let me need to clean because it's filthy. Obviously, this on the wrong side to an extent, but the hole is there. They can be swapped. I just need to figure out how it's done. So I've just put this on there, slide that cover on, and yeah, it's all in. Pull it right. Trim this excess off. Just this little portion here. It's just enough to catch on that when Jack can see it up. So I'll slice that off with a grinder, stick it back on. Just like that. It's whipped off. Just that little stud. Stick that back in there, see how well it clears. So, look down there. When you jack the seat, that did catch. It's hard to judge the gap, but plenty of space. So this is roughly where I'm going to have this seat. Decent leg room. Walk down and off. Obviously the less leg room there, the more space for the shower area. So I'm going to get them to sit on these ridges. So one there, one there. So these spot welds, this is like the cross member, floor support bits underneath, go through this double thickness sheet there. So I'll get 1, 2, I suppose I could draw that one on. We'll be making spacers for the bits without spacers. That one's like 10mm, maybe 20, 25mm there. That silly bracket thing from over there wants like a nut and a bolt and a hole, but what I spotted, so this is the centre line, the fuel tank ends about there, so the bolts should clear, go down side of heat shield for them, other side of heat shield for them, should be easy access for them. I'll poke some small holes in, see where they come out, see if I poke any holes in a fuel tank, and go from there. Alright, so this piece that was over here, pretty much like bolted down, pinned to a block at the seat. So I've got a hole drilled there for it. This bolts to the frame. This one goes through the frame, I think. I've got another hole here, so this is modified. It did have a chunk here, a hole here. So I'll budge the hole to the left, take that chunk out to clear this, just because it was sat up there, once it was down, so now it's down. So that will have a hole in there, bolt through there, this attached to the seat, bit of paint on all these. Give that 5-10 minutes, throw the seat on, throw some bolts in. So this is what I've come up with. Also slightly larger than that, slightly larger than that. This slightly larger than there. Removed that extra tab, so I won't be cutting that piece out. Same again over there for that piece. Not draw them out with a wasp, and then also, so that's what I'm going to do there. I'll bring it a tad lower, so these I'll set in some, and then any carpet on it I'll be under that. And these thick steel tubes like a 13mm diameter, but they also fit nicely in there, so I'll cut them flush, and then they'll also have more surface area on the steel, and same with that one. And then we've got some pretty thick steel. They're gonna be drilled to suit, nut weld to it, stuck to it on the side, make it captive. So these are what I've knocked up. It's not sturdy, get underneath, offset for bits of metal and whatever's stuck in where, but plenty substantial. Should be able to do them up from one side, so I'm going to get on, stick them underneath, go from there. Check out this genius idea. I just got that rotating away with the tie wrap, so I can get underneath, just offer up that bit. I'll show you. So, seat is in. Looks pretty well. Nice gap there. I'll probably put a shelf, and then the far edge can be a nice little wire run. Not a shelf, a drawer. Well, that was fun.